This brings us to our third trend, which is multiple screens. Now, I've had incredible growth in the number of internet-enabled devices, and in fact, personal computers are now actually in the minority, with the number of internet mobile phones and consumer electronic devices far outnumbering PCs. Here's a chart of the devices shipped last year by category, and you can clearly see the shift. Across emerging markets, we expect 1 billion people will access the internet just from mobile phones, skipping the PC generation over entirely. And the smartphone category is really emerging as a new category with computing power that is comparable to personal computers. And multiple screens, therefore, are no longer a secondary issue that we should all consider. They really need to become a primary focus. And our focus has really been to get Flash available across a wide range of mobile phones. And we've been aiming to reach 1 billion Flash-enabled devices by 2010. But actually, we're going to make that earlier than we planned, and we expect to reach 1 billion devices with Flash by 2009, which is this coming year. So that's really amazing progress, but it is not sufficient. So what we did was we created the Open Screen Project, and because there are far more than 1 billion phones, and there's an even wider range of non-phone devices emerging. And the Open Screen Project is where we work to enable a consistent runtime environment with Flash Player and Adobe Air. And the goal is to really remove all of the barriers for designers and developers to create content and applications and deploy them across phones, mobile internet devices, and set-top boxes, working with a wide variety of partners to make this happen. For example, we're working with Intel, ARM, and Qualcomm, and a number of other hardware providers. We're working with Nokia, Samsung, Sony Electronics, and other handset OEMs, BBC, NBC, MTV networks, and others were content providers, and carriers such as NTT Docomo and Verizon. Now, as part of Adobe's ongoing commitment to the web and mobile innovation, we're going to be continuing to open up access to the Flash technology, accelerating the deployment of content and RAAs. Now, there are two main problems that we're trying to solve with multiple screens: web browsing and standalone applications. And let's talk about web browsing first. Web browsing on mobile phones has grown significantly in the past couple of years. And it's really just now starting to be what one would expect on some of these higher-end devices. But Flash is really a fundamental part of the web. And so you need Flash to provide a full web experience. So what we're in the middle of doing is engineering Flash Player 10, the desktop player, and to bring that down to smartphones. And I want to give you an update on our progress by inviting Zeke Koch, who's the Director of Product Management, to take a look at a few different devices. Zeke? He's going to bring the array of devices out.
Morning, everyone. So the first device I'd like to show you is a Nokia handset running a very early version of Flash 10 for Symbian that we've been working on with Nokia. As you can see here, this is an infographic that we took from the Wall Street Journal, and I can navigate around here with the D-pad and click on it and see a history of video games from 1980 up to the modern day with the Nintendo Wii.
Are you sure that's from the Wall Street Journal, or are you just playing a game?
That's right, we pulled this directly from the Wall Street Journal.
And that is Flash Player 10, right?
That's right, this is the Flash Player 10, a very early version of the Flash Player 10 for Symbian.
Awesome.
So the next thing I'd like to show you is an HTC device. And this is a social networking website, last.fm, which is a radio station. And you can see the page loaded here in the browser. And at the top is a flash-based control that you can use to stream audio. Let me plug in the sound real quick. If I can find the microphone. Oh, here it is. So this is Mark's favorite band, Feist. And a few seconds after it starts buffering.
So what operating system is this running actually?
This is running Windows Mobile 6.1.
Are you sure that's not your favorite band?
No, not my favorite band. Thank you, though.
We actually have a problem sometimes where we can't get that to stop. You gotta.
So the next thing I'd like to show you is YouTube, because pretty much everyone likes to watch YouTube.
Everybody wants to watch YouTube.
That's right. So here's YouTube, and here's a horror video, because I'm interested in that.
So that really is YouTube. It's the whole
That's
thing.
really YouTube. You can see that.
That's awesome. So see, Android from Google is really, I think, the hottest new mobile OS. Do you have an Android?
Yeah, I'd love to show that to you. So right here I have a G1, which unfortunately you can only get in the United States right now, but we expect to show up in Europe soon. And this is their web browser here, which you can scroll around in. And I'll show one of my favorite pieces of Flash content, Stardudes, episode 1. Which should start playing in a second.
I think you have to double click.
There we go.
I told you.
And there you see Stardude episode 1 on the G1.
Awesome. So this is really neat. And there's still a bunch of work ahead of us, but we're well on the way and aiming to provide an excellent Flash Player 10 experience within browsers across devices.